Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your mid-September reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for mid-September, 15th through the 30th. Happy birthday to all my lovely fellow Virgos, whether you've celebrated or are about to celebrate. I wish you guys all the best for the next year to come. So let's get to it. I know I have not put out a reading in quite some time because this Virgo was definitely celebrating over the last few weeks, and I'm barely getting my bearings back. So here we go, mid-September 2022, Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'm going to, well, let's see what Spirit is calling me to do, because I haven't done a mid-month in quite some time. It's been some monthly and weekly readings and some bonus readings, but I think I'm just going to pull 6 cards and clarifiers along with the energy oracle to see what the energy is for the rest of this month. 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. I do feel like, Virgo, if you don't know it yet, you've got some admirers. There are some people that are actually conflicted about whether or not to approach you, whether or not to make an offer to you, whether or not that you are even interested in them. Sorry if you have a glare from the candles, guys. I'm really trying to get my lighting situation here. I mean, I messed with it for way too long, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to press record already. So here we go. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the 10 of Wands really tells me that, you know, you've got some people that maybe, and yes, I said people, that so this tells me that's more than one person, that perhaps you've had, you know, a little bit of an overbearing, how I heard it was an overbearing oversight, where you were willing to look the other way for certain things, even though you knew, well, at least you do now, that they were maybe red flags. Not maybe, I'm pretty sure they were bright red neon signs that said flag, okay? But I do feel like you've had some options here, and if you feel like, where, girl, where? I don't know what you're talking about. They're about to make themselves known, okay? Now, if you are very much taken in a committed relationship, or you're just not interested in love, this can also be options in terms of wanting to move to a different location, wanting to reestablish your life is how I heard it. I feel like you are on the verge of making some big changes, and I feel like for the last few years, Virgo, you've really been on, you know, I feel like you've been dancing on that edge of a cliff, right? Just kind of teetering back and forth. Am I ready yet? Should I jump now? Should I just move now? Should I just buy that new car now? Should I just explore a career change? Should I just go back to school now? Should I maybe take up a hobby? Maybe do some volunteer work? I feel like there are so many avenues, Virgo, that you can absolutely take that will be so fulfilling. And then there are those that you're just like, what got into me? Why did I even think that this would be interesting for me, that this would be, you know, make me happy or content, or that this was even a good option for me, whether financially or just on an emotional level, doing something that you love. Now, I just have to say, because Spirit is saying it very loud and clear, if this is something in a way where you're just like, I've always wanted to work with children, and then you take a babysitting job and you're just like, okay, this isn't for me, that does not mean working with children is not for you. Okay. It could be that perhaps you open up a youth center. You have like Parks and Rec type job. You become a teacher. It could also be maybe you're teaching them an instrument, or maybe it's, you know, some sort of, I keep hearing teens. So some of you either have teens or preteens, or you're thinking of working with that age group. And yeah, they could be a little bit difficult, but I do feel that at the end of the day, preteens and teens really want to know that you're authentic, that you're being you, that I feel like they don't get that from their household or the people around them. And they're really always in search of that one person that they can be themselves, that won't be judged or criticized, that's going to have their back no matter what. Okay, so if you had an experience like that, and I just brought up kids as an example, it could be in anything really. It could be, you know, in the field of medicine or law. Maybe you decide, you know, you want to work in a law firm, and then you realize, no, I want to be a cop, or I want to go into politics, which why? But, you know, to each his own. But, you know, I do feel like Spirit is saying very loud and clear that just because one field in that, you know, one particular avenue that you took in a specific field didn't work out or wasn't enjoyable, or maybe it was a toxic work environment, does not mean that that is the end of the road for you. There is still something out there for you. You could have just happened to pick the wrong business, the wrong company, the wrong group of people that maybe they were dumping on you, wanted to give you all the workload, or gave you all the non-fun stuff, right? Like you went into something saying, this is going to be great, this is going to be fun, I've always wanted to do this, and then they throw like administrative and clerical duties, and you're like, this is not what I signed up for, right? Now, back to those that are interested in what is going on in their love life. I do feel like for some of you, you've done the work to really clear yourself energetically, emotionally, spiritually, you know, emotionally, mentally, energetically. I mean, take your pick, right? Maybe even financially, if you happen to be in a relationship that, you know, took a hit to your finances or your financial stability is how I'll say it, right? Like maybe you guys shared a home and so you spent a little bit more because you had the freedom to, and now you're realizing it's not going to be the same type of budget living on your own, or you may have to move back with friends, family members, share a place when you've been used to, you know, maybe just you and a partner, right? As I was saying, Five of Swords really is like winning at all costs, but also I feel like there is someone who doesn't care that you've said you're not interested, or you're seeing someone, or that you're in a serious relationship. If you've dealt with this type of energy, I mean, hello, Mercury retrograde. If you've dealt with this type of energy in the past, they're coming back in, whether you want to or not. So if you don't want them to, yeah, you might want to maybe block their number. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but if you really want to avoid them, you know you have options to do so. I also feel like there is, and I just get this feeling of being watched, like every move you make, and I'm hearing that song, is that by the Police? Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. I do feel like there is that type of energy. This is someone that I get very strongly that you've already had interaction with, where it's like, I'm going to keep tabs on you. You can go on and be single on your own. You can be, you know, I feel like if this has been you where you were heartbroken at one point and then you're starting to build yourself up again and really say, you know, to hell with this, I'm going to see what's out there. And this person's like, no, you're not going to get away that easily. I do feel like you do have options, but I also feel that someone is watching you, okay? Someone's keeping tabs on you. If this is someone that you don't really want any interaction with, and I feel like someone here maybe even afraid to like block someone on, you know, the social medias or whatever, you know, there are ways of that people have learned to get around, you know, to keep tabs. In other words, I do feel like you have felt this energy around you. Like I just heard like peepers, right? So I feel like, listen, very clearly I'm hearing it. Some of you at some point are feeling like you're almost being watched at any given point, and it feels as though you really have to almost double check your windows, your blinds, check your surroundings, even when you go grocery shopping. And I'm not saying this to scare you, but I do feel like you've got admirers, and I do feel like there is someone from your past still trying to keep tabs on you. Do I feel that they've changed and they're going to give you the life that you want? I feel like there's a lot to work out. Point blank, the majority of you, this person hasn't changed. This is about control and manipulation, and it's, you know, filling their ego in terms of knowing that they still have you know, a say in your life, or that they still can pull you back in one way or another, whether you answer the phone, whether you reply to text, or whether they, you know, try to open up that door and you say, well, let's see where this goes. We can start off as friends, and then they turn their back on you. I'm hearing very clearly those people coming back in, if they do come back in, for some of you they won't. If they do come back in, it's because it's time to really clean the slate, last nail on the coffin for that, and let's get rid of it and keep moving forward. If you continue to entertain that, knowing full well the type of drama that they've put you through, the type of hurt and pain that they've put you through, this tells me that you would be in for a world of hurt that you don't see coming, an amount of stress that can feel and really be insurmountable at some point. However, they really do know how to lay it on thick with you. They know what you want, you know, on an emotional level, spiritual level, or, you know, just in terms of relationship, the type of person you want to be with, the characteristics, what you look for in a mate. They can't give it to you, but they're sure going to say they can. They're going to, you know, sweeten up the deal. They're going to make it seem like they are ready for you. They've changed. Oh my goodness. Boy, are they going to lay it on thick. And at the end of the day, this is more like what you're going to be feeling. And I feel like it won't even take too long after they say those types of things before you realize, okay, I should have known better. Definitely use discernment, trust your intuition, because I am hearing someone say, I should have known better than to believe this person coming back in. But Virgo, I feel like you have a very loving, soft, supportive heart that is always willing to give the benefit of the doubt for those, especially those that claim to have done the work for themselves. And you always want to be supportive, and so it can kind of, you know, get you in a little bit of emotional trouble sometimes, you know. So definitely keep you know, keep your guard up with people like that, especially if in the past they've already been there, done that, said they're going to do it all, and then they don't, and now here they come, whether 5 months, 5 years later, right? This is definitely someone that you've already had dealings with in the past. However, I do feel like you, like I said, are going to have your choice of newcomers, people letting you know that they're attracted to you, that they've always had something for you, or that, you know, I feel like they come out of the blue, like you haven't talked to them or seen them in quite some time. Maybe this is someone you already know, and it's like, hey, you know, are you single? Are you seeing anybody? And it kind of catches you off guard because you didn't expect this person to ask you a question like that. But you know, I feel like for some of you, you're flattered and you're kind of willing to open up that door and see where it goes, right? For others of you, this is really one of those, you know, right place, right time. Someone opens up the door for you, literally, and starts talking to you, you know, wants to make a conversation, wants to get to know you. Maybe you're shopping at the same place. Maybe you're both grabbing lunch together. Well, not together, but lunch at the same time at the same place. And you're both alone and you strike up a conversation. I do feel like right place, right time. Don't be so bombarded by the stressors of life that you miss on, you know, a very clear green flag headed your way, right? I do feel like you will have your option and your choices between people that just say that they're willing to go the extra mile for you. Someone who's very fun loving and carefree, but yet a little bit immature. Also get the energy of having someone who is a little bit more like on your level. Maybe they are a tad bit immature for their age, and they may be around your age, give or take a couple years. However, I do get this energy that you're almost like, wow, I have not experienced this type of, you know, loving, caring, supportive, romantic energy in quite some time, that it will actually get you to a point of saying, I can't believe that I put up with this BS for so long, you know, but it's all good, Virgo. It's going to work out just beautifully. You know, if you have not dated in some time, you'll definitely have your social calendar quite full in the next few weeks. You know, if you are seeing someone or dating someone, and maybe this is someone that you've already, you know, maybe kind of been dating and not taking it to like a more serious level, I feel like something's going to change, right? Maybe they do something a little bit extra special for you for your birthday. Maybe they show an even deeper interest in you, or Maybe, you know, they do something for you for your birthday, like send you flowers, and that's not something that they've maybe never ever done. I do feel like it will be, you know, with someone that you already have a connection with. If you are seeing someone, it will be a very nice surprise. Those of you that are just meeting someone new, and I do get this energy of definitely a change of pace from what you have been used to in the past. What is the outcome wrapping up the month? Well, look at that. The Tower card flew out as I said that. Eight of Swords and the Justice card. Some of you are still clearing some karma, and you may meet this new person while still trying to clear some karma. Just be careful that you don't entertain that karmic connection for longer than they really need to be entertained. And to be honest with you, I feel like a lot of you have already learned your lessons here, and it is about cutting cords, cutting ties, and removing any trace of energetic connection, emotional connection between the two of you. I feel like this is the energy of someone not willing to let you go. And I'm hearing they don't have a choice, and you've made it clear, or you've been afraid to make it clear. I do get that energy that their anger, their possessiveness for some of you kind of scares you a little. So it's like walking on eggshells. So you may have dealt in the past with someone who hasn't been very emotionally or mentally stable, and you know that this person isn't for you because of what you've gone through. You've been, you know, feeling like you're stuck in your head for quite some time, you know, feeling like everything that you wanted to do moving forward, they had a problem with, or they became part of the roadblock rather than, you know, rather than really saying or agreeing or being on the same page with you. And it's not about getting them to follow what you want, but if they don't naturally want the same things as you, like for example this card that flew out, happy family, then that may not be the right person for you. You know, some of you maybe want the happy family, the happily ever after, the loving, caring, nurturing, supportive partnership, children, blended family if you already have children, you know, or just wholeheartedly emotional contentment and stability, and this person has not really shown that to you. So I do feel like you are seeing things much more clearly now, and you know, this person has a tendency to keep you stuck in your head. And if you have been dealing with someone like that, or you feel like, no, I cut ties with that person, if they come back, just know that the reason why this is coming through is because they may come back sometime this month, throughout Mercury retrograde into October, of course, and trying to do the same in return. So this is just a reminder of what they've put you through in the past. So if they've had you walking on eggshells in the past, just be on, you know, on guard, on your best foot forward, and honoring yourself, honoring what it is that you truly want for you, right? Envy, again, like I said from the very beginning, this energy of someone from the past, like they're gonna promise you the world, they can't give it to you, and I honestly feel like they don't really want to, because it's too much work for them, and they can get away with doing much less because you've forgiven them for much worse, right? And so if you do have options, if you have moved on, if you are just living your best life single on your own in a committed relationship, whatever it may be, I do feel like somebody's keeping tabs on you, somebody's keeping a watchful eye, and they are saying, listen, I'm seeing you have everything you've ever wanted with this person, but it should be me. I should be the one that's giving it to you. Virgo, for some of you, I feel like you're most definitely like saying, hold up, that ship has sailed, homeboy. Like, there is no turning back. You've had your chance, your opportunity. You missed out. Sorry, Charlie. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not going backwards. For others of you, it can be tempting because I'm seeing like that teeter-totter motion, right? So I feel like Two of Pentacles type energy is kind of what some of you may be dealing with in terms of, do I or don't I take them back? Do I or don't I believe them, trust them, whatever it may be, right? The thinking man, it could be with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You have a lot of water here as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, strong Libra as well. You know, it could be a combination of the two. At the bottom of the deck, you have the card of hostility. So this could be someone who's just not willing to take no for an answer, who is not going to be okay with you being happy, period, with or without them. Period. I mean, double the hostility, double the anger, you know, and winning at all costs, more like making sure that you lose no matter what. Because if they really cared and loved you, they would want the best for you, even if that means finding your true happiness elsewhere. Karmic justice with the Justice card. Things will eventually balance in your favor, right? So a lot of these lessons that you may be seeing at this time could be just in terms of clearing that karma to allow the new, the better, the next chapter to come in. So at the end of the month, how will we close? With the Angel Tarot here, beautiful, with the Balance card, that's card number 14. That is the Temperance card, the Knight of Fire, and wow, look at that, lovely. The Unity card in this deck is the Hierophant, right? So many of you will be clearing karma, cutting out karmic cords, ties to the past, to karmic relationships that you know no longer have any part of your present, let alone future, when it comes to romantic relationships or partnerships. Now, again, those of you that are not interested in anything like this in your love life, this could be, you know, completely changing your outlook in terms of what you want to do for a living, cutting cords or ties with a specific workplace environment where you have felt that like you were stuck in, that, you know, there was no moving on, getting promoted, elevating yourself, upgrading, promoting, whatever it may be. And so you say, to hell with this, you know, all my years of experience with this company, I'm going to throw in the towel because I need a change of pace. I need a change of scenery. I need to, you know, get out there and see what else there is for me. So Archangel Zadkiel with the Balance card. This is the Temperance card. It says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. You also have the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands. This is someone who is very passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and a little bit restless. So this could be someone trying to pressure you, someone who's coming in really kind of wavery, wishy-washy. Again, you're gonna get like that spiel that like, I'm ready to give you everything you've ever wanted. There is definitely something there between us. I can feel it. I know you can too. You don't trust me. I want to give you the world. And then it's like they drop dead practically. Well, not dead, but you know what I mean? Like they fall off the face of the earth. And then all of a sudden it's like, boy, are you a man of your word or not? What is going on here? Right? But clearly they're just doing the same thing they've done every single time. And so Virgo, at what point do you shut the door? Last nail in the coffin, like I said earlier. A sudden event that, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Definitely need to repeat that message. And the Hierophant card, which in this deck is the Unity card. This is Archangel Sandalphon. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded people. So this really tells me that with these two major arcanas in your outcome, really says, you know, with the Temperance card and the Hierophant card, you are balancing your viewpoints, traditional viewpoints, what you have always known that you've wanted for yourself moving forward long term. I heard long-term independence. Okay, so just because you want to be in a connection doesn't mean you're ready and willing to give up your independence. However, I definitely feel like some of you are looking for a connection where you can both have your own separate lives but still come together with traditional viewpoints, like-minded, you know, people. In the same way with some of you switching careers or companies or, you know, career fields, right? You want to work with people that you know you have similar viewpoints or methods. You may actually leave to go towards some nonprofit or spiritual organization. I'm also hearing like holistic healing as well. So keep that in mind. I definitely feel like you've got a lot of opportunities heading your way. Very, very beautiful energy for you if you are ready to clear out the karma, clear out the clutter, and make room for the new. Virgo, I love this reading for you. I'm sending you so much love and birthday blessings for your solar return and the beautiful year ahead. I'm not sure where I'm going to pick up with this after the mid-months, if I'm going to continue the weeklies or what I'm going to do next. Let me know down below what are the readings that you like to see the most. Monthlies, weeklies, all of the above. Let me know, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, take care. Bye.